Hey y'all, it's Mr. Smith again. We're gonna continue on with our profit equals revenue minus expense, aka pre. So we're gonna do a pre problem. This is video two. If you never saw video one, you can always go back to video one, or you could just stick with this one. There's really no advance of difficulty from video one to video two. Just another example to look at. So in this problem, we have Talanka. She's selling Gatorade. Each case has 25 bottles of Gatorade in it. So we have a case, and inside that case, there's 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a total of 25 in that case. But the whole case itself is $8.75 to purchase. Um, we also know, and we want to find out, how much does Talanka have to charge for each bottle in order to make $28.75 in profit. So of course it's a profit equals revenue equation, revenue minus expense. So I'm at my profit equals my revenue minus my expense. I always like to start off with profit because it's usually easier to find. And as you can see, $28.75 in profit. I'm gonna write $28.75. That's my profit. And the next thing I usually like to find is my expense, because in video one we talked about expense just being another word for cost. So cost and expense are synonyms, and I can see my cost is right here, $8.75. When I look back through my problem, there's really only one number left, which is 25, and that's my revenue. So our revenue is going to be 25x, because we're trying to figure out how much should I charge for each bottle. So if I said I need to charge $10 for each bottle, then I just do 10 times 25, and that tells me how much revenue I made. So now that we have our equation set up, all we're going to do is solve the equation. So I'm going to draw my line, and as you can see, we're solving for x. I'm going to go to circle what I'm solving for. To get x by itself, 25 and 8.75 need to move. Of course, 8.75 is the furthest thing away, so we're going to add it just because we know we have to do the inverse operation. So we're adding 8.75 there, adding 8.75 here. So we're going to add this up. So we get 0, we get 5, carry the 1, 16, 17, carry the 1, so we get 37.50 on this side is equal to 25x. And negative 8.7 plus 8.75 is 0. We're still solving for x, so the 25 needs to move, and we have 25 times x, so the inverse of multiplication is division. So we divide both sides by 25, divide both sides by 25. On this side, that's the easiest side to do. All we have left is x, because 25 divided by 25 is 1x. And then I'm going to do my longhand division. And these problems, I'm doing a lot of the longhand divisions because a lot of you have forgotten how to divide, just because you have had calculators so long and so early on. But understand there are calculator inactive portions on the EOC that you will be taking. So when we look at this problem, we know 25 cannot go into 3, so we have to expand it out to the 37. So 25 can go into 37 one time. I'm going to go and put my 25 here, because 1 times 25 is 25. We subtract that. 7 minus 5 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. I'm going to put my decimal here. I'm going to go and bring down my 5. So when I look at this, 25 goes into 125 5 times. If you're unsure, you can add 25 on the side a whole bunch of times, and you will eventually get to 125. I'm just going to do it. This is the way I did it when I was younger. A lot of math teachers don't like this, but it's what I did. 125, and I count. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some math teachers like you to just approximate, so you might try 4, so you multiply 25 times 4, you get 20, 8 and you get 100, you're a little off, and then you can try 25 times 5, and then 25 and you get 125. Same thing. So whichever method you prefer, hopefully eventually you'll just recognize this after a while as you get better with your math. So anyway, 5 times 25 is 125. We subtract, bring down that 0 goes into their 0 times, so we get 1.5. I'm going to leave it as a 0 because we're talking about money. And I'm just going to write my statement that represents my solution. So the statement that represents my solution best would be Talanka should charge $1.50 per Gatorade bottle. So again, as always, I always like to go back, check my question. It says, how much does Talanka have to charge for each bottle in order to make a profit of $28.75? Talanka should charge $1.50 per Gatorade bottle. And that would be my answer. Again, I hope this helped. If you need to rewind it, watch it all over again, or go back to video 1, please do so. See you next time.